5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. What's happening? Oh, good to see everybody. As I was starting to write the message today for the post that we put up, I wrote, it's beginning to, what did I write? I don't even know what I wrote. I gotta go back and check to see what I wrote. I can't even do it while I'm live. Maybe I can. It's beginning to feel a lot like the holidays. That's what I wrote. And, I'm just a Jewish guy from Long Island. And I was thinking it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. And then the Home Alone songs start flowing through. And anyway, we're here in Vegas. It is currently 50 degrees. That was the high today. It is pouring rain. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have snow-capped mountains all around us. There's a blizzard just 40 minutes north of Vegas as you get into altitude. It is just absolutely bananas what's happening. And it is, it's right by the winter solstice when chaos just starts falling from the sky and snow and cold. Luckily, here in Vegas, it's only like this for maybe a month, 2 weeks leading into the winter solstice, 2 weeks after the winter solstice. And then it starts to get warmer as the days start to get longer. Hello, Denise. It's so good to see you. And it's just one of my favorite times of year because it really does start to get cold, and it really does start to feel like Christmas time, even though it's not really something that I celebrate. We do have a little New Year's tree in our living room, and that's fun. And I hope each and every one of you are getting together with family and friends and enjoying gathering with the people that you love and celebrating what was a very weird year, I think, on everybody's standards, and what will hopefully be a very prosperous year moving forward as well. So I wish the very best to each and every one of you. We've got plenty of Tuesday night lives. We're going to have another one next week, which is obviously just a few days before Christmas. We're going to have another one the week after that, which is obviously until New Year's. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate you. Happy Hanukkah. Amazing. And so we'll have a couple more, but it's the holiday season. And I certainly feel that too. And one of the things all I wanted to do today is curl up on the couch and just chill, or hop on a sound lounge and do a session. And I've been sitting at the computer nonstop, and I've got updates for you. So a few things I want to share with you. First, there are many of you that are waiting for meditation cushions, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. We started today to piece together a little note and a little letter from our team to each and every one of you. Unfortunately, it does not look like we're going to make Christmas. We knew that this was probably what was, we probably weren't going to make it, which is why we put that video up on our page talking about us getting our big shipment coming in the beginning of January. And all signs are looking like it's going to be delayed. At least the big shipment's going to be delayed. I was hoping that I would get a few smaller shipments of 15 or 20 cushions here and there, and it doesn't look like those are going to make it here either. So not in time for Christmas anyhow, because it's already the 14th. And I just know what it takes for us to inbound, and then of course to turn around and get it out and get it to each and every one of you by Christmas. Unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of bad news. It's not going to happen this year. So what I do want to do is, for those of you that were buying it as a gift, for those of you that were buying a meditation cushion for somebody else, I'm going to give you a little stocking stuffer, a little note from us with some pictures of the tech. And it's going to be a thank you to each and every one of you that have been so patiently waiting for your tech to arrive. Some of you, the next orders for us to ship are November 23rd. So some of you have been waiting for about 3 weeks, and it's probably going to be a little bit longer as well. So just know we are in full production mode as we speak. I'm regularly going back and forth with our factory, getting updates. Today, I just actually asked for what will be our final update on logistics and pricing to get the container brought in, our first container to be brought into the United States. That means I'm days away from getting a ship date where it's going to be loading in at our factory. So we are closer than ever been, but of course it's got to take the 2 or 3 week trek. And then of course we've got to get through the ports. I'm told Oakland port is the port to be right now. So we're actually going to bring our first container into Oakland and see how that goes. Long Beach, we hear, is a nightmare. San Diego is taking ships. Even south of the border in Ensenada is taking ships as well, and then bringing it across the border as well. So there's a lot of really interesting things that are happening from a logistics perspective. But all of that aside, we are getting closer. We do appreciate your patience for waiting. And unfortunately, we're not going to make Christmas. However, we are going to make sure that everybody that has a shipping to all of the shipping addresses that we have on orders, we're going to be sending a card out to each and every one of you. So if you're by chance watching this and you want it sent to a different address, well, reach out to us, help@IamInHarmony.com, and give us a little update as to exactly how we can help you or what address you want that sent to. And the messaging is obviously going to be very fun and festive, and obviously very grateful of the patience and talking about what is soon to arrive. There's nothing that we want to do more than fulfill the orders that we have and come back into full inventory so that we can really start taking this out to the world. It's a very wonderful thing to have more demand than supply. It really is. It's good problems for us to be working through. Many of you that have been following us and working with us for a long time know that I don't like being in this position. These times have been ever changing, and as far ahead as we think we are of managing the supply chain, something happens and we get delayed. A partner doesn't have something, or a vendor doesn't have something that they usually have in stock, and they're pushed out, and thus the dominoes kind of push us out a little bit further. So meditation cushions, thank you for your patience. They are on the way. It is a very exciting thing for us to ship. And like I said, that first container is going to have 380 units, more than enough to do our backlog and then some. And of course, 620 are coming right after that. So there's some really exciting stuff happening. We also have 40 additional sound lounges on the way. I have 15 sound lounges in stock right now. So if you're looking for something to ship tomorrow or the day after, the sound lounge is the investment that you're going to want to make. BrainTap headsets are also in stock, so those are ready to go. I have 20 additional practitioners on order. We just got a nice order from one of our partners down in Austin for 5 of those practitioners, which is particularly exciting. And there's more that they're going to be taking. So we've actually increased that order by an additional 15 units. So we've got quite a bit that we're doing to stay ahead of the supply chain. Our foam just arrived for our sound lounges and our practitioners. So that's exciting. Connectors, transducers, vinyl is all there. So we're going to get started working on our practitioners first, because that's the demand, as we have already 15 or 11 or so sound lounges in stock. We got some exciting things happening. So for each and every one of you that are interested in bringing this home, if you want a sound lounge for Christmas, we can do that. A sound lounge for Christmas, we can definitely do that. And anywhere in the continental United States. And even we got another one going out by ocean freight down to Australia as well. So there's some really exciting things that are happening, and I am exceptionally grateful for each and every one of you. This past weekend, I was with the crew from BrainTap. Dr. Patrick Porter and his team were here in Las Vegas for A4M. If you're not familiar with A4M, it is the cutting edge of technology in the medical field. And there were some incredible folks here in town that we were entertaining and hanging out with, dropping in with. We had a very powerful mastermind session on Sunday night at LVI, which is the Las Vegas Institute for all things dental advancements in dentistry, and a very progressive, full body, functional dentistry training facility. And they hosted about 20 or 25 of us, doctors and technologists, entrepreneurs, and forward thinkers in the biohacking space. And we had a very powerful mastermind. We get to try each other's tech, geek out for a little while, went out to dinner after that. And of course, every drop-in I get with Dr. Patrick Porter is a phenomenal one. And we got to really drop in and catch up. There's some exciting things that are coming down the pike. And there's going to be more functionality, both between how those of you that have the Cocoon are interacting with BrainTap apps. If you are interested in their 1,500 programs, what you can do to get that, including a 15-day and a 30-day free gift of their power user. So we've got some pretty exciting things that just need to get programmed, and it'll probably take the rest of the year in order for that to happen. However, it's coming. So if you have a BrainTap and you are interested in learning more about what they're doing, reach out to me personally. You can give me a call. It's probably the best way to get in touch with you right now. And that is 888-276-8040. Remember, the BrainTap actually combines LED therapy, red and blue LED therapy over your ears, as well as a visor that comes down over your eyes. and uses specific pulsation ratios, brainwave entrainment, isochronic tones to induce specific brainwave states for a specific period of time. And Dr. Patrick's been doing this almost 20 years. He's got a proprietary formula that he uses to literally entrain your brain. Every 3 seconds, that signal is changing, keeping your brain on its toes and hooked into a specific brainwave, alpha, theta, delta, or gamma. And the tracks are powerful. You don't need the Brain Tap app in order to run our collaboration. It's the type of thing where 1+1 = 3. Their technology plus our technology equals a superior experience for both of our technologies. In my opinion, both technologies are really, really powerful. I use the Brain Tap on a regular basis. Personally, I like to stack different modalities together. And I've actually had a lot of really interesting conversations around this over the past few weeks as more and more new folks that are using our technology are asking exactly what tech they can stack. And it's really wonderful. Randy, I'm going to circle back with you here in just a couple minutes. And I do have an update on our app as well. See, you go and you read the comments and then you forget where you're at. Brainwave entrainment, brain tap, stacking. That's right. So I've had a lot of conversations over the last few days specifically about stacking different technologies. And this is something that I really love to do. I like to get more bang for my buck. I like to put my body in that therapeutic state and really catalyze change. That's my deal. And you got to be careful about what technologies you're stacking together and where you are when you're stacking them together, not physically, although that's part of it, but like where you are emotionally and how you're moving through that. So stacking becomes really, really powerful. Thank you so much, Randy. You're all good. And thank you, Denise. I appreciate you. Oh, these lives are awesome. So stacking is something that I really like to do. However, you need to be careful which technologies you're stacking together. For example, I was talking with one of our affiliates, Melanie. I hope you're having a spectacular day. And we were talking about stacking PEMF on top of it. And PEMF, for those of you that aren't familiar, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. I have 2 PEMF devices in my healing center, and I absolutely love them. I love the technology. It's very powerful for the body. It's not what this is all about, but PEMF is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. It is literally an electronic pulse that of low-level electromagnetic therapy. And unfortunately, my personal experience, this is anecdotal, my personal experience is that the signals are disharmonious with one another. The frequency range of our tactile transducer, which creates the vibration, is 20 hertz to 200 hertz. Any type of electromagnetic field in that frequency, even though we're working with sound and they're working with electromagnetic energy, for me just didn't feel good. Felt disharmonious, not in harmony. Felt disharmony. So my suggestion is work with a PEMF device that keeps you below 10 hertz, like the Schumann resonance at 7.83 hertz, or do it before or after. So PEMF, Sound Lounge, PEMF, or Sound Lounge, then PEMF, whatever, but just do them concurrently. Don't stack them together at the same time. And PEMF is wonderful. Another machine that I actually just picked up after A4M is called Avicen machine. It has to do with your hand and increasing circulation. PEMF also helps with circulation as well. The Brain Tap and the Avicen is something that you can stack together, so you can sit with your hand in the Avicen while you're sitting with the Brain Tap. Anyhow, at some point, I'm sure I'll do this while I'm sitting on a meditation cushion. There are so many wonderful things that you could be doing. And then the beauty of the whole thing is you don't have to stack any of it. You could just use them completely by themselves and individually as well. And that's pretty cool also. So there's lots of great opportunities in the technology space right now. And there's lots happening in this tech-assisted mindfulness and tech-assisted meditation space. And I just got a full drop in over the weekend. I spoke to a lot of folks that are doing ketamine therapy. I spoke to a lot of folks that are doing IV therapy, and a lot of folks in the technology space for visual enhancement, AR, VR, immersive dome experiences. There was really a lot of powerful stuff that was happening. So anyhow, I'm kind of going on a little bit here. We're at about the 15-minute mark. I just wanted to say to each and every one of you, thank you for your patience. There's something coming for you in the mail. It'll probably arrive by the weekend, if not by Monday, but certainly before Christmas. I hope each and every one of you have a spectacular day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being with us. And if you have any questions, as always, please reach out. Have a great night.